for the money. He could have loaned that money to.
All right, Crossroads Sports,
Here,
Jonathan Birdsong, Brandon Reef. We are live tonight. Reaction show to Myles Turner uh, leaving Indiana, going to Milwaukee, signing a 4-year deal. John, 107 million. Going to come out to about 26 or so million, 0.7 million annually. Now, Danny Bridges says it was 3 years, 75 mil. I've asked 4 other people close to the situation who said it was 3 for the 60. So,
man, that's low ball.
anyways, regardless how you do it, it sounds like it was that 4th year that was holding up, and the player option was holding up Myles Turner from Indiana. But to me, John, I think Indiana may have just fumbled the whole complete bag because there ain't nobody else out there besides that cancer culture that's out there out west right now to bring in.
I was embarrassed on the offers, man. I'm just gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna go a little basketball nerdy tonight, Brandon. I'm gonna let everybody know how my brain works. So Myles Turner, I always think about like what's the market? Who else is making? Who else plays his position? Who else is kind of in his market? He's not Karl Anthony Towns. He's not Giannis. He definitely ain't the homie that's supposed to be the MVP in Philadelphia. He's not those centers, right? We know this, right?
Yep.
He's not Jordan Speed. All right, who he kind of lives in the same kind of swimming pool with is, the centers and power forwards they got up in Minnesota. That would be Gobert
Gobert.
and the other homie. Man, his name escaped. He's got $30-something million a refresher his damn self. This got traded from the Knicks back over there. But anyway, man, he should live in that kind of world. You can't. And even before the buyout, contract buyout, DeAndre Ayton was making like $27 million, right? All right, Myles Turner should be living in that kind of world because I get it. He's power forward / center, right? There's duality there, but he's also great at setting picks and getting shooting threes and getting to the free throw line and blocking shots. We know this ain't, but
right.
From a center power forward position, he's lacking in defensive offensive rebounds, right? So this is why he doesn't live in that other world with the Karl Anthony Towns and the Giannis's in the world, right? Because they do it all, right? Consistently. He doesn't do it,
Right.
He has great nights there and then he'd have a triple double, whatever, right? Sweet November night or February, right? Myles Turner goes off and me and Brandon Reed from DCOP from the Game Changing Podcast are going out. Oh man, you told you we should have traded him, right? But like, no, man, the Pacers set this whole team up. Like, it even this even goes back to Paul George. Like, Paul George couldn't believe he was playing with Myles Turner when Myles Turner was a rookie because like they was like, this is the future. The Pacers haven't invested that much even before Halliburton. So Myles Turner, be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, Myles Turner deserves a raise. He should have been living in a $25 million, me personal, to $31 million world per year. However you want to work out the years, I don't know why the Pacers would get kooky about years. Now he's been here with the team for 10 years. But how you want to work out the years and don't I don't understand. I don't understand. Like you don't worry, like don't team to team, keep your culture together. So if you've had
Did the Simons get cheap?
Did they get cheap? I mean, they've been cheap, Brandon. We ain't got no means for this. We ain't got to really tiptoe around that no more, man. Excuse me. We ain't got tiptoe. Don't send no hexes out of me though. But like, no, man, we ain't got to really tiptoe around that no more, man, because that is cheap. They offered him 3 years. So okay, let's take the best offer. The best offer you heard was 23 years and $75 million, man.
The fact is, if they looked around the league and said, "Oh, what Myles wants, no other team can do it because they don't have the cap room." Like they're saying, "Oh, free agencies are been signed, so nobody's going." All while Milwaukee, not just a regular team in the league, John, your rival swindles around and says, "Hey, we're going to make this chess piece move. We're going to make this chess piece move. Come on in, Myles." And then they get it's one thing, John, if he got signed to another team, okay, so be it. The fact it went to your most hated rival now,
like Johnny Damon going to the Yankees.
it hurts and it cuts because he's very polarizing, right? Good thing, good, bad, ugly, Miles, whatever. But the man, he's going to be definitely being missed out there, and there's no backup plan
Brandon,
right now. No,
Brandon,
your backup plan is Isaiah Jackson if he accepts, and a
no,
James Wiseman. Both of these guys are coming off Achilles injuries themselves.
and Jarris Walker's coming off injury his damn self, man. So again, a lot of potential in all those names we just said, but again, the difference between a lot of guys not named Myles Turner and somebody I think again, I'm saying Myles Turner deserves 107 with the Bucks. Hell, they even cheaper. They even came at it cheap, but hell, they had to cut a Hall of Famer to get Myles Turner underneath the salary cap. Myles Turner probably should deserve, you know what I'm saying, a boost up of 110. You know what I'm saying? 107, 110, I think I would have been fine with. That's just odd, man. It's just real odd that you kind of show your, you know what I'm saying, lack thereof, wanting to open up that wallet. You know what I'm saying? And being scared, Brandon, what you scared of? What are you scared of of the apron or the tax? I don't understand. Those things ain't
You know
money.
what it is?
Money ain't even real in the NBA no more. You know why? Because SGA just got an extension. Everybody saw it on the 4th year of it. He's gonna make $71 million.
He's going to make
71
one. Yeah, yeah. He's going to make $1 million per game starting in 2030. It'll be $1 million per game.
So what
Here's
is
what
it?
I think.
And that's from a small. That's from a.
Yeah,
I need a small. You know what I'm saying? Community of basketball where they don't even care. You had yesers out here. You didn't had Gold Stroh, however long Bo. You know what I'm saying? You've had years and years and years of
you preach
Pacers
team, you preach
fandom.
team, you preach team, and you just blew it up. You just blew up.
Brandon,
I don't
you know
care
why?
if this was
You
the
know why you
plan.
blew it up? You didn't have a plan for Myles Turner. You drafted a point guard. You got back into the draft like Jonathan Birdsong from Crossroads Sports said. You got back into the draft, but you drafted a point guard. You didn't draft You didn't draft no center. You didn't draft no power forward. You didn't. So the ownership so smart. You didn't have a plan, Stan. Oh my God, I
Let
was
me tell
sick.
you this.
I was sick
I
of 11.
think
I couldn't believe it.
I know. So I'll get to that. I feel like the ownership, the Simon family, they all got their little taste of success. They hadn't had 25 years, and you know what, John? They're fucking content with it. That's the problem. That we got it now. Hey, we're good. We sold T-shirts. We sold memorabilia. We had fucking sellout watch parties. Miles or Halliburton's hurt. We don't want to go into the luxury tax for 2 years until Halliburton gets back and possibly
Get
could be
ready.
some. That's bullshit. You should have spent the money. You didn't. You got fleeced. Now I will say on the
You
Bucks
didn't
side,
trade. Right. You didn't
it
trade
look
it.
you
You
didn't
didn't
get
trade
anything
it.
out of it.
You didn't get
Didn't get
nothing.
anything out of it. 11:11
I
a.m.
hope Caleb Clark sticks around. I'm being
That
dead.
came up on my phone,
I
and I
hope Caleb.
go, oh, Miles signed 4 years. Okay, 107 million. All right, to the Bucks. I about dropped my phone. So at work today, I said, "What? We got fleeced now? Not as much as fleeced Milwaukee. 'Cause I don't know if you saw Milwaukee today, but what they're essentially paying for Miles Turner because they have to still pay part of Dame's salary.
Uh-huh.
So for the next 4 years, Miles Turner's contract is essentially 52 million a year.
I told you money ain't real in the NBA.
Giannis might not even be there.
He might not be at full right.
But this
Does
is
that
the
mean Bobby
biggest. Now,
Portis?
now, now, here's my question. People have asked me today,
Mhm.
hey, man, Kevin Pritchard, Chad Buchanan, they got a plan, man. They've got a plan. They always have a plan. They always end up, when you don't think they got it, they got it. I don't know if they do, John. And DeAndre Ayton's not the answer. The man,
No.
Portland paid 25 million to get the guy out of there because he was late to practices. He was showing up. He was a cancer to the team. He was a cancer to the culture. Let him sign with the Lakers. Let
Plus
him sign the Lakers. I don't care.
we ain't
But you got to
seen
make
good
a trade.
2021
You know
since
what I think you do now?
who's that?
You have to trade your draft pick for next year. I don't care what it's in being. I looked at the centers
Hold
next year in the draft. It's
Hold
Do
on.
you know what I?
We can't talk the trade next year, Brandon. The draft I've
Well,
already
hold
got
on. No. You make the trade this year, but you put that draft pick in it. You got Obi Toppin. You do that. You make fuck it. At this point, you're blowing up the team. You might as well send out somebody else that's good.
all Danny Ainge.
Send them to. Well, you can get Walker Kessler from Utah. You could go get Bam Adebayo out of Miami,
I'm
possibly.
blowing it up. Give us Clarkson because he's on the expiring.
No, you
Get
need
it.
a center. We need a center. We have no center on this team right now.
He got some junk out there. He got Nurkic, don't he? Maybe that's why he got Nurkic. Didn't he pick up
Nurkic
Nurkic?
got no, he got traded to somebody, but you can't retrade the guy now. He's already been traded. There has to be like a 90-day window.
Okay.
I mean, shit. At this point, right now, James Johnson, you're starting center because Isaiah Jackson has not agreed to a deal yet.
Disappointed, man. I'm disappointed in the pace.
Wiseman's working with the team, but is Wiseman the complete answer? No.
No, he wasn't
Myles
complete.
Turner was the best out there that you could get, and the Pacers fumbled the bag when they gave him that offer, and they stepped away from the table. I
mean,
don't get it, man.
Thomas
Let me
Bryant
repeat.
come out.
All Pacers fans, please watch this part. Clip it, snip it.
He said, "Clip
The
this nigga."
championship window has closed. This team's quote championship window has officially shut.
What the hell?
There might be
We
a
went
smaller
from-
window down the road, but this
we went
window
from-
has completely shut.
You think Boston? Boston gave up a couple pieces, man. You think they didn't punt it? They was like, oh, you know what, Jaylen Brown, you ain't going nowhere. What would we do without you? That would be foolish. And and then Derek White too. They kept him too. So like, you got to keep your fandom engaged, man. Yes, that's not coming back. Not if you didn't trade Myles.
This team is
over $4 million, Brandon. Over $4
they're
million.
content. They were content with what their success from this past year. And Simon got cheap. Once again, he loves his little team. He said it a couple of years ago. I love my little team.
Who's worse than James? Who's worse than him? James Dolan. We got some questionable ownership around here, man.
The dude's worth $3.6 billion, if not more. You couldn't shell out $5 more, and then basically the luxury tax for people who don't know. Every dollar that you're over the luxury tax, you have to pay $1.50. Think about it like that, right? So, and it's not just for 1 year; it'd be wherever the length is of the contract that you go over. So, but what are we talking? We're talking $12 million, and I know that's a shit ton to you and me, right? In personal life, $12 million. Well, you're talking fake NBA money.
Right. They get the media
Monopoly
credentials
money
back, yes or no. They get the commercial money back from the ESPNs and the Fox of the world, yes or no. $60 million. Who knows what those checks look like, right? They don't tell you about that. All we just know about the tax and the apron and the team and the baloney, man. Myles Turner should be a Pacer, man. And, maybe one day his name. I mean, I know he played like horribleness. Last two games. But this is what y'all again, man. You traded Sabonis for this. Remember, I kind of snickered, bro. You sent that to me. You like this dude. Are you serious? You want to bring back Sabonis? You know how that would make my day to say I told you so. I told not you, Brandon, not you, but the Pacers. I told you so. But you would bring back Sabonis knowing that we had to play with pace. We had to play. No, man. Myles Turner does show. I'm not gonna shame on Sabonis' name. If the Pacers can somehow figure out that way to bring him swing that back, that would be kind of cool. It just kind of sucked that they got to part ways with Obi Toppin. I get Brandon Reeves said it on last episode. Obi Toppin plays better with Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton gonna be here for a year and a year and a half. If when he comes out, it's like, why would you have Obi Toppin around? Find him somewhere else to go where he can play an up-tempo style and he can get some more highlights on SportsCenter because that's kind of what he's universally about. He's a team guy. He ain't a me guy, but and if somehow you get Sabonis, because Sabonis on a shorter contract, then you get Sabonis back, and then your fandom is back. So that's kind of maybe what your friend's plans is. But like that sucks, man. That sucks. You know what? You know why, Brent? Hold on, man. I wanted them to sign everybody. I thought it was baloney. They could have kept Myles and Sabonis and could have swung a deal to get Tyrese Halliburton. This dude is content with the Pacers, period, Brandon. Not content with winning. He's content with the Pacers. And that ain't cool, man. That ain't cool.
Couple questions for you.
Go ahead. I don't already.
What does this what does this look like now to your other guys, your TJ McConnells, Tyrese Halliburton? Pascal Siakam? I'm going to ask you this. What do you do with Pascal Siakam's contract now? Because you've pretty much put the reset button on. I'm sorry. You can say, it's just Myles Turner. He played like shit. I understand that. But do you see what's out there now? What you have? Do you think Pascal's going to be happy? He came here to win, to be on a winning team, and you're not getting that. You're not. So what do? Do you trade that contract? If you're going to do a reset, do the whole reset. That way when Halliburton's back, you have something.
Man, somebody come get Pascal Siakam. I mean, I hate to see him kind of go under these kind of terms and conditions, but I kind of would understand. You know what I'm saying? If everybody want to jump ship, I know that's terrible, man.
But you
Because
you you preach team, you preach team, you preach team, and then you go and do this. What does that say to those players? What do you think Tyrese Halliburton thought today when he saw that? Do you think they approached Tyrese and said something about this? I highly doubt it.
this is worse than Dale Davidson when they traded Dale Davis, man. At least, you know what I'm saying, they saw potential in Jermaine O'Neal. That's what it was. They saw the potential in Jermaine O'Neal. Dale was on Dale, you know what I'm saying, and the Pacers was going one way and the Portland Trail Blazers was going another. You know what I'm saying? So this is just bad. Because there's no plan. You didn't have a plan. There's no
There's no plan.
I put together the damn it, Brandon should have hired me. I put together who you should have drafted if you had a first rounder and you got it the yesers. Man, once you get close to the championship, man, you can't punt. It ain't time to punt, man.
It's not the yesers anymore. It's the resetters.
Jim Irsay run her over in his grave. He just died.
It's the resetters now, not the yesers. It's the resetters.
I'm sick already, man.
It makes no sense, John. Makes no sense. But I still think everybody's talking. Milwaukee fans have been chirping me online, which I didn't even know that
Do you
they
want to
were
talk
online.
about the other elephant in the room, Brandon?
Yeah, I will in a second. But the fact that, listen, y'all,
I'm talking about the Kane.
$50 million is what it's costing you to have Myles Turner on that team.
He's LeBron James.
$50 million. So go ahead. What's next?
LeBron James, man.
What about him?
He re-upped with the Lakers.
Yeah, he'll be there. People think he's going to get traded. He ain't going to get traded.
It's a power play, though.
It is. Lakers go out and get pieces, which
but
there ain't nobody out there.
Other people are kind of waiting on if he's really not tradable. Other people are kind of waiting on him, Brandon. Other teams are waiting on him. Guess what, Brandon? Nobody, it must have missed all this, you know what I'm saying, Myles Turner, Buloni, and all these other signings and, you know what I'm saying, whatnot. I haven't heard Jimmy Butler's name at all called anywhere. And
Golden State.
He could re-up with them, but if LeBron James was out there, like Kuminga, I thought he was already gone. I would have thought Porter Jr. went to Brooklyn. Like, they don't need Kuminga now. I really don't like that trade. That's a bad trade. Denver, they're gonna regret that trade.
They're loaded up, man. They are loading up. They are my favorites now to win the title. Sorry, OKC.
You don't think Houston? I'm messing with you.
No. Kevin Durant. But you know what? Somebody put I went after Legion Hoops on Twitter because they said they put the starting lineup of Houston. Who's going to get past this team? And had the eye emoji. I said, oh, please. Are you kidding me? Houston, Kevin Durant, his 35, 37, 38-year-old ass. I told you on this show, how many episodes ago? We've done 300 some shows. Kevin Durant will never win another NBA title. I say, congratulations, Phoenix. You're back now in your window because with him gone.
He should have went to Toronto. Maybe the homie would have kept his job.
Wasn't that weird that he got fired after he greeted the rookie? The rookie came in, they took photos on the airplane, got fired the next day.
Man, whoever the CEO owner, he was on. I was under the Crossroads Sports Instagram. He was on trying to answer some questions. He was drinking some foreign, you know what I'm saying, Gatorade or something. I don't know. Man. He had his shit. Sorry, Lord. His shit was dealt to the death. He had on these little mainframe glasses they had from Lena Crashers 100 years ago, man. So I was like, listen here, pimping. He come up there explaining, try to explain, like, dude, it sounds like your jury probably told him where he could stick it. And like how he could team build. Like, hey man, don't nobody want to come to Toronto. Drake lost. Don't nobody want to come to Toronto no more. Nobody wants to play in Toronto.
I got a scout.
And then
I gotta go scout now. I gotta scout the boom for a center.
Right. Then whatever pieces you had is playing with for the Knicks. What other pieces you had, I mean, they dodged the bullet with not resigning Kawhi Leonard, of course, but like, nah, man. That was crazy, man. This basketball world is wild. Wow. But if LeBron James, here's what I'm saying, Brandon. The Miami Heat have not made any type of significant moves just yet.
Mm-hmm.
The Golden State Warriors haven't made any type of significant moves just yet. I'm trying to think. There's another team out there. This kind of like waiting because they has assets. It's kind of like waiting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying LeBron James is not leaving California, y'all. That's what I'm telling you. He will not leave the state of California. That's what I'm
No,
thinking
he's
too.
not.
Well,
I don't think he's. I don't think
he
he's
won't never
leaving.
go back to Cleveland. I don't even know what the hell the Bulls. I don't know what the Bulls is doing. I do. I kind of like what they're doing. It's okay, but the Lonzo Ball, I don't know. Lonzo Ball going to Cleveland, that kind of helps him a little bit. Especially with Garland, Darius Garland gonna be it out for a little bit longer or whatever. But no, man, I think there's some other. I thought this free agency was gonna be some you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be on C level. This is actually kind of, you know what I'm saying, B plus level. Interesting, man.
I
But I
know
think
as much. I want to make it clear. I do not blame Kevin Pritchard for this one bit. I really don't. I think him and Buchanan were both at the constraints of a cheap ass owner. Simon, I'm sorry, Herb, his son. Uh,
son of,
you guys
son
keep
of sight.
preaching. You said, Jonathan. He said, if this team can contend, that I will pay into the luxury tax. That's bullshit. You did. Just because
He
Miles got
regret.
hurt, it changed all of plans. I understand changing a little bit, but keep the core together. He'll be back. And at that point, you didn't trust it.
Right.
You don't trust Myles Turner. He's getting dragged. Simon's getting dragged on Twitter all day today, and I've liked every
Does
tweet.
he not know how the internet works? This is not 1978 no more, Simon. This is like, dude, they might start returning yes or
You
shirts.
talk about Jim Irsay rolling over. Bobby Slick Leonard is rolling over. God rest his soul in his grave.
They'll be playing games back at the fairgrounds.
I mean, Tony Bradley's your starting center. How's that make you feel?
Joe Hawk said can't save you.
So here's my thing. I do think the Pacers will make some kind of move. You got 14 million in the you got 14 million and stuff in the cap, and then you have like the 20 something million if as long as you don't go over the cap, you have that 20 something million part of the injury exemption if you apply for it for Tyrese Halliburton for 1 year. I think they got to make a trade for a center. You look around the league. I said Bam Adebayo, Walker Kessler from Utah. Um, I, I, I hate to say it, John. Did Detroit, could they get rid of Isaiah Stewart? As crazy as that some bitch is, could you bring him down here?
I haven't even gone that thick into the weeds just yet on who
I'm
the
still
Pacers,
shocked.
yet who they could bring in. Donnie Walsh would probably already had somebody up on the board.
R.I.P.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't even have anybody in my rotations just yet who
The
they just kind
draft's
of.
over. Free
Yeah, the draft.
agency is
Oh,
basically done.
yeah, kid from Creighton who I thought y'all should have got in the second round. Instead of, I mean, I ain't got nothing against the Jones kid, but like, you know, you got point guards. Now you don't have no center. Now you got point guards. You know what I'm saying? So no, so I don't know, man. I'll have to look at something, man. There's probably somebody out of rotation down. Now the Unicorns down in Atlanta. I'm sure they'll want to get rid of one of their centers, they backups or something like that, man. Or hell, is what's name? They ain't had no centers in their damn self. Charlotte, they ain't had no centers. They lost Williams. I
Let's
don't
make
know,
it
man.
clear. Make it clear we are not. I'm not. I don't know about you. I'm not upset at Miles for getting his money. I'm not. If you can get, this is your
Nah,
last big contract you can
you have
get,
to take,
and the fact that the Pacers lowballed you for this after 10 years of service, that's disrespectful. I don't have no problem with him leaving.
you have to take you have to make the best, you know what I'm saying, financial decision in this, you know what I'm saying, in this game. Listen, that you for you and your family, man. He'll always be welcome here, from you know what I'm saying, from the real fans. And I do. Anybody can go look back. I got critical tweets of it, but you know what I'm saying. You come up with a critical block here or there. They don't win. They don't beat the Bucks without him defensively stepping up against Giannis this year. That's it. That's the truth. You can go. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton. You know what I'm saying? Big shots, and I know Siakam averaged probably like, oh my God, did he kill the Bucks? I think he did. He owned the Bucks this year.
Right?
Like no, but like nah, man. Miles Turner, like I don't know. For like usually Giannis has his natural, and like he's held his ground this year. I don't know where you there's some things that Miles Turner does that can't be replicated just by, you know what I'm saying, a kid that you can kind of just maybe draft. I mean, not draft, but trade off somebody's bench. Myles Turner was that kind of guy they found in Texas. He was you know, like I'm saying, the walking, talking stretch forward that they were, you know, what I'm saying, they were kind of developing or whatnot. So I had some guys. I mean, that I'm kind of rolling with my mind, man. There was some of them Frenchies, those French dudes. They had, but like, man, all those dudes is gone now, man. They all in the draft, or they all went back to their assignment, man. The pressures didn't work out nobody. The pressures didn't work out anybody during the draft because they were on a
Nope.
yes campaign. It makes you sick, man.
You were thinking of Nas Reed earlier, is who you were thinking of.
Thank you, man. My man is.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So here's your free agents that are still available center wise. And this guy's probably going to go back to Orlando. Mo Wagner. He'll probably go back to Orlando.
Let's go.
It gets better for you, John. 39-year-old Al Horford. 34-year-old Tristan Thompson, who asked for a buyout from Indiana previously. Taj Gibson, 40 years old. DeAndre Jordan, 36 years old. The only one, and I think they could do it, if you say, Brandon, I want you to put some money on one guy you would go get. And I'm talking trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think they look at another division foe. I think they possibly could look at getting Vucevic out of Chicago. That would be a Band-Aid. Not a good Band-Aid, but there's rumors of Vucevic leaving Chicago. This would be that guy to get.
Man, Vucevic make you want to go wash.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying it's great, but you got Thomas Bryant. You got Enrique.
They need to make that phone call, man. Tell them people to go ahead and cut Goga. Bring Goga back home to Indiana, man. I think he's playing in Sacramento right now. He got traded to Sacramento.
Ken Powell says that was a chess move from the Bucks, eliminated one of their threats. 100% chess move, but it's a $52 million chess move that they're going to pay for the next 4 years. But didn't you think it was weird? I saw Shams saying that he was that Giannis was recruiting Myles to bring him there. And then I see a tweet from Chris Hayes that says after Lillard got the cut or waived that they said that Giannis is pissed off. Like, which is it? Somebody ain't telling the truth. So I don't know on that end, but it's man. I know Myles Turner, we dragged him all different times. All of us did. But
yeah. But
guess what?
Nobody talk bad about it. Hey man, the way these owners is contract buying out, man, Bradley Beal, pack your bags. The way these owners is throwing around money, Bradley Beal, pack your bags. You about to go somewhere. Jordan Clarkson, they can't find no trade partner for him. He about to get
D'Angelo Russell, when he went down to Dallas, he's going to fill in that role for Kyrie till he's back. They keep saying all these names with Dallas on. You know, the only one I've never heard they don't talk about is Klay Thompson still. Like, they just don't talk about Klay down there.
With him being
they showed a graphic. No Klay.
So like, how could some of these other teams be so savvy and go from lowliness to holiness, and then they got patchwork? They'll deal with the D'Angelo for a year, and you can't even this is Myles Turner is homegrown pacer. I don't understand, man. I don't understand.
I don't blame the GM. I don't think it's Pritchard or Buchanan, Chad. I don't. I think it's the ownership that said this is your dollar amount. If he doesn't accept it.
This dude act like you can't get out of contracts, man.
Hey, man, there's a reason why Simon Malls are closing.
Damn. East
saying,
Washington used to be a proud,
especially downtown. Just a couple of blocks from Cambridge. So, hey, I will tell you this though. There was a trade that I liked yesterday.
Which one was that, Brandon?
My Pittsburgh Steelers made a couple moves yesterday.
Brandon, I don't
traded Minka for Ramsey.
Offensive lineman and don't like the quarterback, man, so he had to go. You know this.
And then you got Jonah Smith, tight end coming in, who's played with Arthur Smith and two other teams. So Smith's going to be the number 2 wideout at times. That's going to be crazy.
Well, hopefully they don't bring none of that crazy inconsistency from Miami up to Pittsburgh for your sake, man, your sanity.
I
as
hope not.
sometimes as the Miami Dolphins that we know. But that's them as a team. Like on the road, they didn't show up at all. They was like a JV team
Fever
on
are
the
going to
road.
win. Fever are going to win the Commissioner's Cup
That's
without Caitlin
right.
Clark.
They need to be. They
30
need to be.
seconds left.
Hey, Brandon, and it's kind of good. I'm not rooting against Kayla Clark, never. I think she's a real one because
Whoa.
she is her sport. But like, hey, man, that's good. They need
Can
a
I
win
ask you
too.
about Can I ask you about the votes for the All Star? So
Who for WNBA?
they did votes for WNBA All Star starters. So they
Uh-huh.
showed the rankings. Okay, uh, media, fans had Caitlin Clark one or two, right? One for the
Mm-hmm.
fans. When it Everybody gets a certain percentage, and then that adds up, right? So one of them was the players get to vote. They voted her ninth. The players did in the league. Why is there so much hate, man? She ain't done nothing. Is it
Nothing.
heat? Is it hate that's been built up by just the media, and it's made these players just get ad nauseum about it, or what? Because they're going to
I
see when they
think
come
so.
here next week on the side of the JW.
I think so. I think, but I don't. I don't. I can't. I don't understand, man. If well, she's not an open like. Well, she's not a closet racist. It's like Hulk Hogan was back in the day, right? So back in the day,
Damn.
if you was a wrestler, no, I'm just being parallel in the conversation. So if you were a
Oh,
wrestler
you're right.
back in the day, if you're a wrestler back in the day and you knew Hulk Hogan was a rat bastard, right? You still do business with Hulk Hogan because like look at the gate. Look at the gate. There's 40,000 people right now here, right now at this Hoosier Dome that believe Hulk Hogan really is the I am the real American. Little do they know he's saying N word behind y'all back. But I gotta do business. I gotta feed my family. Coco Beware probably was out here. I gotta feed this cockatoo. I gotta do what I gotta do. And he probably did a job or two or whatnot underneath, you know what I'm saying, on the underneath card with Hulk Hogan. But like, no, man. But like, no, she ain't even all that, man. Caitlin Clark is like she's about the game and whatnot, man. So there is a tinge of jealousy to kind of smidged in it. But I will say this though, Brandon. WNBA got a different kind of culture than the NBA has. And it's not necessarily you can't necessarily parallel up. But and like damn near Brandon, I'm gonna tell you, jealousy is okay. They allowed to have. You can have jealousy in the WNBA where the in the NBA like, dude, what do? What are you so worried about my contract for? Or what? But you know what I'm saying? Like, so if y'all not making box office, I get it. TV's there and media's there, and you feel like y'all have a sense of accomplishment. But if the ticket sales ain't there, and like that's what kind of moves the meter for that's what should, right? So,
Mhm.
but like, Caitlin Clark brings them in, or even on the road. Even on the road, she brings them in, man. So, um, I don't know why the hate campaign. This, you know what I'm saying? What I would as a player, if I was in their shoes, I would make sure that her team went out with an L. That's what I would do. Make sure that was y'all best hard fought game. But you know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
just go out with that hate. But they hated on Halliburton too, Brandon. They hated on
Oh
Halliburton
yeah.
too.
They did. They did. They did. So absolutely, man. I expect the Pacers to make a move. 24 hours, 48
Oh, they're
hours. They
gonna
got to do
move.
something.
They're gonna move the team.
Oh,
You
they'll
said
get
make a move.
now. Nancy's still here. You can't move the team that quick.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
Coming to
but
Kentucky.
yeah, man, it's gonna suck not seeing Miles here. And hey, I, I think backs are against the wall for Kevin Pritchard and team that they got to make some kind of move because if they're banking on this, I mean, hey, we suck next year. We're gonna have this high draft pick for a center. I've sort of looked at the mocks for next year, John. I didn't see anything that tickled my fancy. Um, for 2026 NBA mock.
No,
Um,
there's more wing players and power forwards, man. The Boozer twin to be there. AJ Bentasta. I know I'm messing with his last name. He's a fantastic wing player. Playing for Baylor this year. There's more like 6'9" guys and 6'10" guys, not so much real legit 7-footers, man. Where I don't know, man. I know we probably forgetting to. I know there's a stash in Creighton. They got another one. And there might be another one in
do we
Wisconsin this
suck for
year.
Boozer
Oh,
boy?
how can we forget Purdue, Brandon? How can we forget Purdue? You know what I'm saying? But like again,
Do we suck for Boozer?
say one more time. You cut out.
Can we suck for the Boozer kid?
Could we suck for the Boozer kid? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't necessarily. Man, he's a high level IQ kind of basketball player, but I wouldn't necessarily suck for him. He's gonna be maybe like Jared Jackson,
Um,
play like his dad. He's gonna be a good player.
yeah, I'm looking at the mock for 26. I don't see anybody that's looking me. You got to get somebody in free agency next year, which free agency 26 doesn't look the most exciting either. Let me give you some 26 percenters, John. The one guy I would get, I don't think he would come here. He's won a title. The type of center that they need to get is an Isaiah Hartenstein. Toughness, rebound, can score up close when need to.
You
I mean,
want to
the
get back?
guy.
Brandon wants to get back closer to the yesers as humanly possible, and I don't know.
Should everybody?
The owner don't. Everybody should, Brandon. The owner don't.
Let me give you your free agent class next year. And I know we're already talking into 26. Hartenstein, Nurkic, Zach Collins, Mitchell Robinson, Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren, Klingon, Edie, Lively, Khalil Ware, Nick Richards, which I've seen rumors that Indiana is interested in Nick Richards from Phoenix. I don't know why, John. I'm not a fan of him.
I wouldn't be too crazy if they went after Klingon, especially with the Trailblazers going after another center. They traded they you know what I'm saying, they drafted another center this year. It's weird.
I would next Jalen Duren, Mark Williams. Those are free agents next year too.
Man, nothing moving me, man. I forget who's playing for Duke this year, so we'll get or in Kentucky, but I'll get into the weeds of it, man. I promise y'all. I will rebuild the Pacers again, but they just gonna what they gonna do? They gonna draft the guy, Brandon. You know what, Brandon? We might owe some other, not Paul George. He ain't gonna never apologize to him, but like, man, sometimes I think about we are not privy to conversations that maybe a Victor Oladipo had, or Danny Granger might have had, or you know what I'm saying. I think they got soured on the Pacers for whatever reasons at certain points, and maybe we don't know necessarily the whole full story, man. But this one again, y'all, it's like a kicking the nards, kicking the balls, all those things, man. And the Pacers have you take 2 steps forward, you take 5 steps back.
Yep. That's Jonathan Birdsong. Brandon Reef, no show tomorrow, but if we get more breaking news or so this next week, we'll go live.
We won't go talk about Colts next week. Are you serious? No way.
So, but we'll be live if something happens else. The Pacers do else something stupid. Maybe they trade Halliburton. Who fucking knows this team?
Oh,
but we'll go live if whatever happens. No show tomorrow. But if something happens, we'll go live. See you guys. Conversation continues on Twitter, on Facebook. We'll see you guys then. Have a good night.